Mitch Gordon literally wrote the book on prenups in Illinois, and he is here to share his 8 reasons why engaged couples should think about a prenup. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Thanks for being here. As you know, this can be an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people.
Very much so. It's becoming a little more in vogue now, a little easier, but always.
Just to recap, what is a prenup, just in case people are watching don't quite know?
So a prenuptial agreement is, a contract that you have with your spouse about what happens if you get divorced. You get to write the rules of your divorce versus, your state legislature, which are stranger politicians doing it for you.
A little pre-planning.
Yes, exactly.
If you will.
Absolutely.
All right, so your first reason to consider a prenup is if one or both of you were married before. Why is that?
Because people have gone through, by and large, the stress of a divorce the first time, and they don't want to do it again. They want to have some certainty. Look, if this doesn't work out, I love you, but now I know that this may not be forever, so I want to make sure that we're protected.
If one or both of you have kids going into it, you should also be considering one too.
Absolutely, because for some people, if you have kids from a prior relationship, you say, well, look, I don't want you, second or third or fourth ex-wife or husband, to get the money. I want my money to go to the kids.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so also, I know like a lot of people, they try to plan for this there for their home and everything. But if you're having a business, or if you guys work together, or if your money is tied to that partner, then that can make it tough.
Sure, being a business owner or an entrepreneur matters. For a lot of people, I own my own business. I'm a parent. That means I have 2 kids, my business, my son. It matters to you. And you may say, look, I have this idea. It may not be anything yet, but it's mine.
What does it matter? You mentioned that one of the reasons you might want to consider it is if you're a stay-at-home parent. I'm confused. Why does that make a difference?
Because for some people, they give up their career at an age. And I know you were talking about millennials earlier, where maybe they give up a career. Maybe you're not a millennial and you give up your career track. It's on pause or over. And you say, look, if I'm going to be a stay-at-home parent, then I need to make sure I'm protected if this doesn't work.
This is good for women. I've seen a lot of women, they decide to stay at home and take care of the children, but just to be real, you need money. You need money, and you need money if you end up putting your career second.
Absolutely, but trends are coming where actually more women are becoming the primary earners in families than men.
Privacy is very important too for people.
Privacy matters. Like I say, if you own a business, divorce can be very public. You may not want the documents of your business, corporate secrets out there for public view.
Now, let's say Felicia and I are getting married, and I'm full of debt, and she's really wealthy, which is pretty accurate for our situation. That's something I'm going to want a prenup going into that, right?
Yeah, and it can be one or both. Some people say, look, I have money, whether it was from my family or money I made before, and I want it protected, or you have a lot of debt. You're financially irresponsible. Fiscally, I don't really trust you, so all this, that's yours. You have to deal with that if we get divorced.
Oh my goodness.
What about family pressure? I know that's a big one for people.
Yeah, if your mom or whoever's telling you to do it.
So that's a huge one. And that comes by way of a couple things we talked about, whether it be family money, maybe you're expecting an inheritance, whether maybe the family owns a business and they're going to give you shares of the company, you work there, and the family is the one saying, the future in-laws are saying, you're going to get this prenup. Every other in-law of ours has signed this and has done this, so you're going to get one. And sometimes that can be a challenge because then you have soon-to-be in-laws calling your office and putting these pressures on you.
Look, he's seen a few things.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much for sharing all this knowledge.
Guys.
These are tough conversations you need help with.
Right.